takes concentration and helps bring you into a stillness in your mind. Just welcoming that sense of stillness. Rest your hands on your thighs so that you have their support. Observe the next time that you breathe in and use that to sit yourself up nice and tall. Exhale, feel the breath go down, and then squeeze that exhale into the navel center. So we start to engage the low belly and take a breath above that. So the whole rib cage is still very available as we find that tone in the low belly. So we begin to anchor our minds to our breath, listen for the sound, create even waves, and also to ground and anchor our core on the exhales. Just trying to find that low belly lock. That's what Bandha means. Keep it lightly as you breathe in. Gently reinforce it as you breathe out. And then circling your head around to the right a few times, go at your own pace. And as you go to the back, just lift your chin and think long, shoulders relax. You just do this, customize this for your neck right in this moment. It's not too fast. Releasing tension. And let your head start to go the other way. Taking the attitude of ahimsa, that non-harming attitude towards yourself in your practice. It's one of the things we practice, along with being truthful about where we are, and just be there and be okay with it, contentment. Side bend over to the right, up and over. You can come to your elbow or just your hand down. And then draw that left hip towards the floor. That's how you create that side stretch. You can add an upwardness to your rib cage and your face if you like. Rest your eyes. So I'm not straining there. They've worked hard, I'm sure, today. Let one more breath finish. Come up, not too fast. Just sit tall, stretch your in-breath, fingertips on the floor. Out breath, over to side bend, other side. So start that initial reach over. Bring your right hip towards the floor so you create that ideal amount of opening and stretching on your lateral torso. You can start to rotate your chest and face up if you like, and just close your eyes. So we are very mindful of our bodies and we can take care of them. Take one more of your exhales to completion. Inhale, energy, center, tall, fingers on the floor. Exhale, Om on your next breath. Gathering your hands at your heart, sitting tall now with the support of your core. Or even humming the exhale gives you that vibration, that benefit to your nervous system. Let's lean back, catch the back of your legs with your arms and bring your toes towards you, spread them, balancing on your sacrum, point your toes deeply away, stretch the tops of your feet. Hold the legs separately and circle your ankles a few times. So you're in a nice supported boat pose. And then rest your feet together, bring your hands down, fingers forward, and stretch across your chest. So you create that action by spinning your hands outward like we do in downward dog, and that helps spread across the front shoulders just a bit longer. So you can adjust where your hands are so you feel supported. Exhale, feet down, together, knees separate, Malasana, lean forward, just hug your legs. Forward fold, releasing hips. Keep your legs holding or bring your arms through. Stop in a place where it feels nice. About 5 breaths in most of the postures, per my tradition. Exhale once more. Feeling complete with each round of breath. Make your way up to standing. Try coming up to a little squat and then pressing up. Do it in your own way. Just arrive safely. Pick up and spread your feet. Make a connection with the earth. Stand tall and reach down with your arms so that you can actually ground yourself while you're standing. You're reaching down, saying, I am grounded. I do this before I do like back bend standing. So let's check in with a gentle standing back bend on that note. So I am anchored with my legs and feet. Cross at your thumbs. Inhale, reach up. Keep yourself neutral. Lift your whole rib cage. And then bring your pelvis a little forward. Tuck your tail. We just have a little exploration. Keep breathing. Whatever that is for you. Just trying to release your front body. Lengthen everything. Take one more breath. Inhale, bring your chest up first. And exhale, slowly go the other way with your spine. Forward fold, hands to shins. See about straightening out your legs and release your head down. Take several rounds of breath. You can let your hands travel to wherever they reach. So starting gently, but it's a little later in the day, so our bodies are more warm than the morning. One more exhale, although you may be stiff from sitting, so just enjoy, take good care. Halfway lift, cow spine, standing, just a little extension. Don't strain your neck, good to gaze down. Take another breath here, strong in your belly and legs. Just meet these challenges positively. Breathe out, spread your hands, spiral them outward. Take back both of your legs. Find your Palakasana, your plank pose, knees up or down. Try to be flat. And then calmly press the earth away. The inner elbows move towards the front. Keep a nice tone in the low belly. And next time you breathe out, bring down your knees. Tuck toes, go back to quarter dog. Warming up, and always feeling free to use this instead of downward facing dog. This is also a downward facing dog variation. Head relaxes down. Breathe in, rise up to tabletop. Learning to be a little bit disciplined with the breath. One position. Exhale, tuck and round, cat spine. Really work that tail tuck. And then inhale, go the other way, but be light with your low back. 2 more times, just move through those waves, round. Inhale, extend. Ground the tops of your feet. Neutral. Reaching your right arm forward and your left leg back. So you might reset the balancing hand. Belly strong, opposite reaching. Just try to be straight. A little soft in your elbow. 4, just one more breath. Reach a little more on your last breath. So give it what you've got. And then release. Pull back without tucking your toes. Relax your hands under your forehead. Deep breathing in your rib cage. Last time. Second side. Inhale to table. Exhale, navel towards the spine. Inhale, reach right arm, left arm, right leg back. There's a sense of reaching away from each other, activating the arm and the leg. And just keeping your neck neutral, gazing downward. 4, one more breath, energize, give it a little bit more, grow, and then release. Widen your knees and pull back, long spine, arms down, head down. Big ribcage breaths. Upward facing dog, 5 breaths. So have a moment first to come in. Set your hands, spin your hands outwards, your shoulders are outward. Work your knees into a place where you have room to bring your belly forward. Press your arms straight. Try a little tail tuck. Might not move that much. And lift your knees if you would like. Nose gaze, 5 breaths. So use the bandhas. Try the tail tuck to see if it makes it easier. 3, 4, nose gaze, one more breath. Exhale to table. And then breathe in. Exhale, downward dog, or one of the variations with your knees down. A moment for refining, and then the count. So we're receiving all these benefits from our practice. We can be grateful right in the moment. Even when things are effortful in the practice, that we can approach with a sense of being able to face those challenges calmly. And just one more breath, nice uplift in the low belly. While you're still looking back, keep breathing, bend your knees. Let's try 2 times more to press like you're gonna come out and then go back. Just spring your legs up, spring yourself forward. One more time. And then go for it. Do a little light stepping or a little hop. Straighten out your legs, release your feet. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Slowly breathe. And then up to standing, press your feet. Give yourself a moment there to arrive with that inhale. And exhale to relax into the shape. Take your hips a little wide on your mat and circle your hips to the right. Just find that place in your body, leg bones coming into pelvis, wherever you want to have your hands. Just a sense of releasing around the hips and go the other way. A little swirl. Exploring movement. And finish up another circle and be still. Take a moment to feel it. We're training ourselves to have good posture, tall and relaxed. Step hip distance back at the top of your mat. Bend your knees, sink down, Utkatasana, fierce pose, reach up your arms. Shoulders down, feet open, a little determined. Reach your hips and hands away from each other. One more breath like this. Impermanent. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, third position. Nose gaze. Exhale, other leg back first this time. Plank pose with a round spine. Flex your spine like cat spine. Try tuck your tail a little bit. Using different muscles. can play with whether your feet are lifted or not. Definitely a playful pose. One more time, round your spine. And then step into downward dog. So you'll flatten your spine back out to neutral. Bend your right knee. Reach through your left heel. Other side, bend and straighten, alternating. Once more each way. Just find your way in. Establish it. Other side. Reach both heels, exhale. Bend your knees, look forward, and step out or hop out. Stretch into half lift with an inhale. Exhale, forward fold for 5. Work your feet hip distance apart. Take your favorite elbows, toes. You can come around the back of your legs and reach for your opposite shins. And then enjoying 5 slow breaths. Waves of calmness into the nervous system. You might explore bringing weight into the balls of your feet a little more so we don't hang back into the heels. Slow breath out. And take one more, slowly as you can. Great big breath. Linger in the exhale. Take your hands to your waist, bend your knees, and press your legs to come up. Step feet wide, hip circle to the right. Hip circle to the left. Find your center. Bend your knees and step out to your right side. Side to side lunging. So turn your feet out 45 degrees. Bend your knee towards your toes on one side and press up. Other side, press up. Just staying more upright, or if you'd like to add an opposite reach across towards the floor, just find a little flow. Let it feel good and positive. A little bit longer. Try to do the same amount on each side. Feel those roots of your big toes grounding. Last one. Inhale up. Float up your arms, star pose, balance. Relax. So you're anchored in your front ribs. Strong feet pressing into the earth. Shoulders are down and the hands are just open. Stretch, inhale. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. And release your feet out to wide parallel feet. Arms in front, tall spine, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold with wide legs. Just curious to what differences that brings. Take your hands down to your ankles or to the floor. Belly up, neck long. So just make sure you don't lock your knees if your legs are straight, and it's fine if your legs are bent. Let's go over to the right leg with both arms, just draping yourself, wrapping yourself over to the side. So you can make little refinements in your feet that release gripping. Nice long waist on the left side of the body. And exhale to center. If you want to pause and do a little knee bend, release, and then take the other side. Wrap around, relax your head down. All these ways of balancing include balancing the breath. Samasvriti, even waves. And release back to center. Coming up, if you need, you can bring your feet a little closer or just Reverse out, long spine at the top, and relax. Come to triangle pose on the right side. Turn out your foot 90 degrees. Angle in your back foot. And float out your arms, breathing in. Breathing out, go slowly over to catch your right shin or big toe. Trying to stack your shoulders and reach the arms equally away from each other. We anchor in our belly, low belly towards the spine. Long neck. Holding steady in these poses builds strength in the feet and ankles and legs, core, spine, everything. That's why we spend half our practice there, halfway up, breathe in, other side. Just check in with your body where you are on this side. Work with each side as it is. Try to stack your shoulders, reach through the arms, and tone in your low belly center. Our pranic center of the belly. One more breath. And you'll come up. Release your feet closer, step to the top. Hip circles to the right. And to the left. And in stillness, just stand in stillness, pause. Float up your arms with your in-breath. And float them down with your out-breath. Noticing your increased awareness, your sovereignty over yourself. Catch your center with your hands and step back to warrior lunges. So A is first. Try to square towards the front, bend your knee. Try a little tail tucking energy in this pose, because some of us will have a tendency to do a little bit of what we call duck butt, which is tipping your pelvis the other way. So try a little tail tuck today in your upward arm warrior A here, the Drasana. Shoulders are down. You can lift up your chin, lift your eyes. Third breath. Don't grip with your feet, just press them. Last one. Exhale to heart center. And then take your waist again so you can turn your hips to the side. Turn your pelvis side, turn your back foot out. Check in on your front knee. And reach out to warrior B. Turn your head front. The arms are energized, activated by gathering your fingers together lightly. Just containerizes our energy. Again with the feet, try to release any gripping that you observe. Same with your face. Let's go to reverse warrior. You can take it your own way, just reaching back with your arm. Try a little tail tuck in this version. So we do come into a back bend. Work your arms together if you like. Part of your brain is keeping your knees centered. Enjoy the sense of being strong and opening. Last breath out. Inhale energy to extended side angle pose. Last one in the sequence. So stay strong and steady with your knee lunge. So what can you soften? You're pressing with your back foot. And last breath. Inhale up. Turn your feet to the same side. Step them in. Back to the top. Hold center, second side. Virabhadrasana, A. So we're using our hands on our bodies to find that squaring. It's okay if we don't square all the way. Look at your knee, touch your knee if you like. Feel how your back foot drives this pose. And then let's try elbows wide this time, just stretching the chest. Reach your elbows and hands back. Nose gaze steady. So the gaze can fall off the nose in the direction your face is. And that's the default. One more exhale and bring your hands to your heart and to your pelvis again. So come on out. You can take a break with your front knee if you want as you set your back foot, redo your knee, and reach front and back. Virabhadrasana B. You might observe that an even lifting of the front and the back of the rib cage as you breathe in and out. Reverse warrior, exhale, back. You can give your leg a break if you need to. You can just let it be straight instead of bent. So you never want to force or harm. Ahimsa. Rest your eyes when that feels nice. It can be halfway soft. Breathe out again. Release your hands. Last one. Extended side angle pose. Utthita Parsva Konasana. Over time, those words start to have meaning. Parsva means side. Utthita means extended. Asana means home. Relax what you can. Breathe deeply once more. Inhale energy up. Release. Step in. Let be. Let's do hip circles again. Just go both ways a few times. Let's do a few elbow circles too. Place your fingers on your shoulders. Roll your shoulders forward and back. Forward a few, back a few. And release. Take a moment to feel, float the breath. Just feel the air on your skin. Your senses are all rotating inwardly. Jahara. And standing on one leg project. Let's see. Let's do a leg float and then try to take it to the back today. So touch wall if you like. Lift out of your right leg, out of your right hip, and float your left leg forward. So you might bend your knee, you might stop, or you might float it all the way up to your waist level. Reach. Try again if you need to. And 5. Release. Touch down if needed. If not, lift back, tip forward. Virabhadrasana C. Concentration turns on. Another breath, and then coming out, let be. Other side. Lift out of your standing leg hip, steady eyes. Hands where they feel useful, so point your toes. Concentrate deeply. Any variation of this is an accomplishment, so just do your best. Trying again is always a fine thing to do. And switching to the back extension, lean forward a little bit. Have the determination not to fall, not to come down. 3. Last breath. And if you can, come down slowly. Step feet easy wide. Last time today, circle hips right. Just trying to find freedom after working those muscles, and over to the left a few times. Be still. Learning how to find grounding and peace in a standing position, anytime, anywhere. And then let's go down to our mats and explore in other ways. Just passing through these shapes again. Long, try to be really straight here and not in a back bend. Forward fold. Feet together or hip distance is a little bit easier. Half lift, inhale, extend your spine so we flatten out that low back. Exhale, take your legs back. Come to your belly, knees down, hug in your elbows. Transition yourself to your navel. Reach back through each leg so you lengthen your legs and place them down. Take your arms overhead. Spread and stick your hands on the floor. And then draw your hands towards you. Tuck your tail a little bit. Seal pose, 5 breaths. Just the right amount. You should feel some strengthening on your back of the hips. Last breath. And exhale, slide the hands down, relax, rock from side to side a little bit on your belly. And then just round your feet. They can be together or separated for super people push-ups. We're gonna do a pulling energy. Take fists, lift your chest, breathe in, breathe out, pull your hands to your shoulders. And then relax and release. Exhale, pull. Inhale, rest. Exhale, pull. Twice more. Lift. Release. And we're gonna chill in a moment, so give it all your energy there. And then land and relax, rock your pelvis a little bit. Coming to half frog pose for a little mid-practice stillness. Bringing your left leg on the floor alongside of you, possibly cushioning it, or you could adjust so you're on your mat with your knee. Maybe working your torso over towards that same leg, and then turn your head to face towards that knee, making sure that you don't put pressure like in your temple or your bones. Just try to find a place on your face where you can rest comfortably. Let your eyes rest. And we take away all muscular effort in the yin pose. So you just simply hold still, knowing that if you need to adjust or come out, you can do so. This morning I watched the deer with beautiful lips touching the tips of the cranberries, setting their hooves down in the dampness carelessly. Isn't it, after all, the carpet of their house, their home, whose roof is the sky? Why then was I suddenly miserable? Well, nothing much. This is the heaviness of the body watching the swallows gliding just under that roof. This is the wish that the deer would not lift their heads and leap away, leaving me there alone. This is the wish to touch their faces, their brown wrists, to sing some sparkling poem into the folds of their ears. Then walk with them over the hills and over the hills and into the impossible trees. Coming to the second side in half frog position, releasing slowly. Try to stay very restful as you slide your other leg up alongside of you and come into a position that is positive and comfortable. Resting your head, letting everything be soft. And there's that gentle support of the breath. Now our awareness. You might observe that this pose may release your inner leg, your groin. Also, it just takes effort out of the low back on that side, letting those low back muscles rest while gently lengthening the other side. Let this few minutes of stillness restore your energy. Being patient with yourself if stillness challenges you. If thoughts come, just try to let them float by. Just try not to attach. Back into your body, back into your breath. With that compassionate attitude. So we're never giving ourselves a hard time about it. It is very hard to stop the thoughts. But they may move further away from your awareness. And just enjoy the stillness for another few breaths. And slowly transition your leg stretching back out, your torso returning to center. Reach your arms overhead and reach to your feet. Just stretch yourself out on your belly. Bring your hands by your chest. Hug in your elbows. Press forward and down in your hands. Peel up. Pull back. Balasana. And then turning sideways on your mat to look at frog pose. If it makes your knees sensitive, just cushion or maybe fold your mat in half so you have extra cushioning. But we'll just try this lightly since this is not something we've been doing regularly. Just gonna walk the knees away from each other using the support of the hands. And you can let your feet turn out if that works in your body. Your hips can be high, medium, or low. Let yourself ease forward and down. And for me, this is quite intense, so I'm just going to take it really lightly. It is yin, so just let the shape be explored. We'll just do about a minute. Peaceful breathing. Sometimes things release when you're holding a pose that's got some intensity to it. Let's just start with that small dose of that for today. Coming out, carefully bringing the knees closer. One more downward facing dog to stretch out. So bring in your belly, press, legs back, hands down, we reactivate. Last one for this class. Just lengthen your waist, lengthen your sides. Let your head release. And then exhale last time. And coming into a seated position with your legs stretched out, come to Dandasana, staff pose. Hands by your hips, drop your chin towards your chest, just lightly, and draw back on your toes. So it's like our seated mountain pose. And exhale, relax your feet. Infinity pose over to the right side. The arms come out like upward dog or downward dog. So we have straight arms, spreading hands, and you just adjust where they are. So you can support as you roll to your side of your hip, keeping it on the floor. Take your left ankle, cross it over, and look back. Customize. Keeping your feet a little bit activated. You can come all the way to the side, whatever works for your whole body. Breathe into that lateral body. One more time, slow breath. Back to center. Just be still for a moment. Or move a little bit like I just did when I said be still. Exhale still. And then other side. So you're just really meditative in your mind, dropped into your practice. Check in with your other side. Let's find an interesting place. Lifting out your shoulders. So if you need more space for your shoulders, take your hand further away. Slow breathing. Second one. Fourth one. And fifth one. Exhale. And turn to center. Let's work with figure 4 pose, seated and going to lying down if you'd like. So from Dandasana, pick up your right leg, cradle your knee and your foot with your hands and sit tall. You can explore moving the hip side to side a little bit or around. Brighten your foot and rest your ankle above your other knee. So lots of ways to go from here, but this is one place. You can stay, you can act forward folding. You can lean back and bend your knee. So I'm going to keep it just like this for myself on this side. The feet stay a little activated, so we protect the knee with active muscles. Last breath. And carefully come to your back. If you need to release your legs first, you can do so, but one elbow at a time. Lower down. Rest the legs or draw them in, whatever works for your hip. So this is releasing in the right hip. Work with your body. Let your neck be nice and long here. What can relax? Your face. Feel the support of the earth. And last breath, just find that finishing place on this side of your body. Carefully release your cross. Rock up, maybe without your hands. And just cross your legs and come to easy fold. Breathe out. Second side, figure 4 shape. Right leg straight, left leg in the cradle. Move, use your arms here so you sit tall. A little core strength. And rest your ankle above your knee. Activate both feet. Explore where you want to work on this side. Leaning forward, leaning back, or staying in the center. Fourth breath. Continuing to notice where there are places you can soften. Fifth breath, complete. And supta, like supine onto the back carefully, and work with yourself on this side. Listen to this hip as far as drawing in the legs or keeping the foot on the floor. Make sure you lengthen the back of your head and neck. So we always want to maintain that line of energy of the spinal neural column. What can you soften? Stretch the breath 2 more times. And exhale, release. Rocking up, with or without your hands. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Feet together. Find the center between your sitting bones. And then draw in your heels towards your hips to any degree. The more we have the legs folded in, the more we protect the knees. Work with your body, sit tall, weave around your toes. Exhale, tuck your chin. Just keeping the shoulders down, release tension in your neck and upper back. Try to soften your knees towards the floor. One more breath out. Lift your chin. And B or C variation where you tuck and round yourself in the pose. So start with your tail, tuck it under. You can really feel some movement when you do that here. Let your lower back be round, upper back round, head curls down. Like trying to place your forehead on the roots of your toes. Let your arms gently rest into your legs to encourage that softening. So there is just a light pressing of the heels, and the rest of it is more of a letting go. Let it go. Have another time for a slow breath. Feel an exhale complete itself. And inhale, lengthen back up to that extended spine for split position. Time to get onto our backs. If you want to put clothing or socks back on before you lie down, or just bring them so you can reach them. Resist lying down. And then release, lie down. And slide in your feet, nice and close to your hips. Pick up your pelvis and set it back down. Try tucking your tail under, just find that action. And then rock your pelvis the other way. So you lift your low back away from the floor and then press the low back into the floor. If you'd like, you can stay with that practice today, doing the tipping of the pelvis, or find a neutral pelvis and press up to bridge pose. You can adjust once you get here, make space for your body, pressing the feet. Slow breathing, wherever you feel like working with it today. 4, one more breath, energize, lift a little higher, press your hip points towards the sky. Breathe out, slowly let it go, just a little bit at a time. Bring your spine back down, massage it into the earth. Land your pelvis and feel your low back spring away. Then gather in your knees. Rock side to side. Make sure your forehead is level with your chin or higher. Long neck. And one more time, rocking up to seated. Stretching out your legs, Paschimottanasana, draw back on your toes, forward fold. Using this as a preparation to come into our shoulder stand or plow position. Just work with this shape. If your knees are bending here, they'll probably bend when you're on your back as well. See where you feel grounded through your heels, through your hips. Exhale once more. Inhale, come up, lie back, resisting round, tuck your chin. Find your head centered and then pick up your legs and bring them towards you. So let your hips lift up, bring your legs in, and just do an upside down version of what we just did, wherever that is for you. You get a nice grounding in your upper spine. Head is centered, so your neck is completely free. You're fine. Just listen to your low back as far as how high you lift your hips. Maybe they can lift up a little more, feet come towards the floor. Calming. And with your next breath out, bring your spine back down. Release your knees back in. Cross your left leg over your right. And bring both knees to the side for crossover twist, or a different one if you need to for any reason. Starting our resting phase here. Maybe 8 breaths. Make sure you're comfortable. Relax your hands, your feet, your face. Just letting your body rest in the shape. Let's add a little bit of breath exploration. So we're holding still, we're relaxed. Next time you breathe in, just see if you can bring in a little bit more than you think you can. Just come to a fullness. Observe a moment when you're full. And breathe out really slowly, maybe through your mouth. One more time like that, just trying to stretch those 4 parts of the breath. We inhale more, pause, exhale slowly. And we'll find an end to the exhale as well, pause in that. And breathe in rhythm as you come back to your center. Bring in your knees. Circle your ankles. Be still. Crossover twist other way. If it works for your body on this side. So listen to hips and spine. Refine where your shoulders are so everything feels nice and can relax. The head turns away from the legs. Back to the breath exploration. Just observe how you feel when you go through it. What's the energy like as you breathe in? That fullness of breath feeling, notice that. Let it go when it's time. Empty, releasing, empty. Another time with that slow stretch of breath. When that breath is complete, release to your back body. If you need to bring in your knees again, you may. Another way to adjust your low back is to press your feet, slide your hips down from your shoulders, and put your low back on the earth. Then stretch out your legs, your arms. Feel an openness across your heart. And just rest in this shape. Once you found your center on your back body, let go. Let the sensations of the practice wash over. Rest in the calmness in the nervous system. The vibration of your breathing. Even as you let go of creating sound with it, just let the natural sound have vibration. It encourages the nervous system of rest and calmness to be accessed. As an option, just gently guiding your breath in through the right side, out to the left, and then left inhale, right exhale. Just using the mind and flowing side to side. A sense of balancing. And as a tool to occupy your mind. Just a little something to do and the mind can rest. And then relax all doing and just let the breath be natural again. Next time you breathe in, expand yourself. Let your eyes flutter open. Hi, Mitza. And exhale, feel your front ribs round. This time, breathe in, reach through your arms and legs away from each other. So stretch out, gently arching your low back off the floor. Point your toes, reach through the limbs. And when you come to an exhale, draw your knees and elbows down and towards each other over to your most comfortable side and on up to your seat. Tucking yourself in once more. Centering, sitting tall and relaxed. Trying a few of those stretched out breaths. Connecting your thumb and index finger together, just with your eyes closed, feel the subtlety of our fingertip energy. This represents our individual self being connected with the universal one, non-separateness. Lightly tuck your chin. Inhale. Inhale more. A little bit more. Exhale. Open your mouth. Let it go. Keep letting go. Take a natural free breath. And do that one more time. It's really coming into fullness and then into emptiness. Be brave. Stretch your inhale. Notice how pranic it is, how intense it can be. And then balance it back to emptiness. Let it go. Big sigh of relief. Hands to your heart. Bring to the heart as well. Gratitude to your body for the practice, just for showing up. Receive the benefits. We can be grateful for them. And hum or om your exhale. Inhale first. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. Still light out. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.